You can talk to him.
I think I've run out of things to say.
Oh.
But I'll let her ask me a question.
As soon as, yeah.
Well,
This is so interesting.
I'm ready for it.
like about art?
About
Well,
anything. I think
guess,
he's
I
got.
guess the first place I was interested in was I was in my mother's womb, and I think that was my first studio.
Your mother's.
That was my first place that I did art. And
Did you draw on her walls?
Yeah, drawing her walls. Drawing my mother's walls. Yeah, that's when I first got interested in art. The moment I could wink,
Yeah.
if I could wink, I could do art.
What's one thing you always gotta add to art though? Like whenever you're doing art, because for me, I always have to add like swirls or like.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I got another story about swirls.
I love swirls.
Well, yeah,
They're-
so do
love
I.
them.
So do I. You see swirls all over this place.
Yeah.
Well, the swirl thing for me was when I was about a year old. I think I was less. I was about 6 months old, and my parents moved from Philadelphia to a place called Bridgeton, where they stayed over with family, and that's where I began seeing swirls, because I was on my bassinet, and I was looking up, and they put me down in a finished basement. You know what a finished basement is?
No.
Well, you know, it used to be that you bring coal in to a basement, but then people started in the 1950s. They started to renovate their basement as a new place to live, and part of their living was, and one of the ways they would decorate the walls was using plywood. You know what plywood is?
Yeah.
So you could see the swirls of the plywood because the way they cut the plywood is to keep cutting around and around and around until there's nothing left, and they have that sheet of wood, and you would see the swirls in the wood, and I remember my eyes looking at all these, following the swirls like they were roadways, and I enjoyed that very much as a 6-month-old baby.
Yeah. How do you remember that?
Well, I lie about it.
Oh.
It can't be the truth. How do you remember when you're 6 months old?
I love you.
People say they remember their first memory. I don't know if I remember mine.
Yeah, but you try and remember something, or I don't know. Maybe you don't lie. Maybe you tell the truth.
I think my first memories were when I was 3, and they were always traumatic memories. Like when I put my finger through the front screen door and it was glass and it broke and stuck in my finger. I remember that distinctly, and I was 3.
Yeah.
And then my brother, I was following him, he was taking garbage out, and it got heavy, so he swung it over his shoulder, and it caught me right here and sliced my cheek open. And
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, those are memories.
So that's the first memories I
I
had.
think I remember my first dream. It was like I was like just laying in bed and I was taking a nap, and I woke up and there was like a huge fat ant like this. It was huge. It was fat, and I
A
was
huge
like
what?
a huge ant.
Ant.
Yeah, and I was like freaking scared, but I went back to sleep.
But it was huge.
But it was a dream. Yeah, it was a dream.
I had a dream like that too. Because,
Really?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had a lot in back of the house. You know what a lot is? For me, what a lot was a place where they didn't build yet. So they had it was filled
Like
with
kind of like storage.
No, like an
No.
open field.
open
Yeah.
field, open field,
Yeah.
and it had all kinds of underbrush. And I used to love to go out there in the underbrush. And I would spend the whole day gathering spider webbing.
Really?
The spider would I had these big yellow black spiders in this lot, and I would tap their bellies with a stick, and then I'd wind them up, and I kept getting it bigger and bigger and bigger, until one night I had this dream that the spiders were coming up to get me.
Oh my
And they were
gosh.
as big as I was.
They're warning you.
And when I woke up in a big sweat. I was, I just outrun them some way. But
Yeah.
I tried to tried to kill them. They were coming up the stairs, and I had a stick, and I was hitting them, and they keep coming.
Oh my gosh.
It was really awful. And I never collected any more spider webs.
Yeah.
I was done.
I bet.
That was your warning.
That was it. I was done.
I used to have a lot of nightmares about spiders when I was little.
Well, you had ants. Ants were probably worse than the spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me a dream and I'll match you.
Okay. Well, that one you
See,
told me about where the spiders kept coming. I had a dream one time, and I was showering, and then these spiders, tiny black spiders, just flowing out of my mouth, and I was like trying to
Ooh.
wash them out with water.
Well, they were in your mouth and you were spitting them out.
Yeah, I was trying to wash them out, but they wouldn't. And then they started coming out my ears and out of my eyes. It was nasty. And out of the shower next, and then.
You win.
And then one time I had a dream where, I had multiple dreams where there would just be huge, like that big of spiders.
Yeah, that's the size they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dream, that's the size they were.
It was nasty.
All right.
Yeah, that's a word you use a lot, nasty.